One time for our politics lead. Not sure if you've heard, but Hillary Clinton, it turns out, is on a book tour right now. The Guardian published an interview this weekend. They asked her if Americans see her as part of the problem when it comes to income inequality. And here's how the article describes her response. Look at this. But they don't see me as part of the problem, she protests, because we pay ordinary income tax, unlike a lot of people who are truly well off. Not to name names, and we've done it through dint of hard work, she says, letting off another burst of laughter. All right, this seems like it might be a problem. Talking finances. People are going to bring this up. I want to bring in senior CNN political correspondent. Once again, the Clinton camp on the defensive about the issue of the Clinton family finances.
Yeah, and rich isn't necessarily the problem, John. As you know, it's really the out of touch that is the problem here. A lot of Americans think that Hillary Clinton, that Bill Clinton, they've been in public service for the right reasons, but she's in danger here of damaging that when she's not just acknowledging, you know what, they are pretty well off at this point. And the big issue with the Guardian comments is that they come right on the heels of something that she said to ABC's Diane Sawyer. Listen.
We came out of the White House not only dead broke, but in debt. We had no money when we got there, and we struggled to piece together the resources for mortgages for houses, for Chelsea's education.
Houses, plural, and that's really sort of talking to that out-of-touch thing that we were discussing, John. That's not something, having multiple houses, that a lot of Americans connect with, and so she has to be very careful saying things like that.
So, we say Republicans have been criticizing it, but it's just not Republicans in on this game today. Vice President Joe Biden said some things that really caught some people's attention, including mine, about his own personal finances. Let's play this.
Don't hold it against me that I don't own a single stock or bond. Don't hold it. I have no savings account.
So he said this type of thing before, but to say it today when these issues are swirling around Hillary Clinton, this guy's been in the game for an awful long time for this to be a pure coincidence.
Yeah, and that's something I think that raises the antenna of a lot of folks like yourself. But for instance, and his folks are right. People in his camp will say, look, he said this before, but he's saying it today as this is becoming a big story. And I should also point out, though, he does have a savings account. His wife holds stocks. He was, when he was in Congress, one of the least wealthy members of Congress, so we'll give him that. But I think what you can't really, what can't escape you here is that we're seeing a lot of times on issues that have to do with how in touch are you with the middle class, that there's a little bit of a call and answer going on with Hillary Clinton and Joe Biden. Here's an example from January.
Last time I actually drove a car myself was 1996.
There's a lot of reason to run for president, but there's one overwhelming reason not to run for president. I'd like to get that Z06 with 0 to 60 in 3.4 seconds.
So she said that in January. He sort of, it seemed like he kind of replied there a little bit in February. So he's not exactly giving her a pass. But, John, you look at the polls, and he is trailing behind her something fierce.
Just more coincidences. Brianna Keilar, thank you so much. Great to have you with us.